Hi everyone, welcome to week 3. Welcome to February. Welcome to a big snowstorm for the Philadelphia region, and welcome to Black History Month. So I just wanted to briefly check in, go over some of the work that was done last week and what we're doing this week. So the basic typography assignment last week, people did a really great job with that. Everything's graded. You know, what you had to do there was select 2 words from that list and using only the letters that make up the word, arrange them, design a composition which tried to evoke the meaning of the word. And again, folks did a really great job. I just want to show 2 examples here. So this one's coming from Kaina. So the word expansion, right? And seeing how, as she starts with, they start with smaller letters, excuse me, and as it expands, right, to get larger, right? And then they're designed for repetition, right? So having, a word repeated. So that definitely conveys the meaning of those 2 words. And then chirale. Chirale's using compression. So, the opposite of expansion, perhaps, right? Something being compressed, something being made smaller. And this is great. I mean, I got to ask what size font this is, Chirale, because it's really small down there. And then addition. This was just, I thought, really creative. So a letter is added, and as you move along, this is what, if you notice, across, it spells out an addition across the diagonal or the vertical here, and the horizontal. Okay, so great job with both of those. Also last week there was the quiz, and hopefully that design, that graphic, helped folks who maybe didn't have the book yet. Using the grid, people did a great job with this one. I'm not going to share examples, but people did do a really good job. And I did upload this video for people who have the Creative Cloud, and now actually everybody does. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But how to marquee. But again, looking at this for folks who used Illustrator, I think everyone did marquee. What else? The discussion board. So there was one of my questions was about the syllabus, and I think everybody said that the syllabus was easy to read, and some people did some font analysis, which was great. And so I'm glad that people found that easy to read. Believe it or not, it was supposed to be kind of a bit of a trick because not a trick, but some of the design elements I would question, right? I was kind of throwing some things in there that maybe impacted readability, but that didn't seem to be like the case. So so that's good. I'm glad people read the syllabus, felt it was a well-designed document, well organized, etc. Okay, so that was last week. So the announcement. There are some announcements here. Okay. Whoops, sorry. The announcement is regarding, if you come into this week's module, week 3. Excuse me, bear with me here. Here we go. Okay. So this part, exciting news. And some of you probably know this because maybe if you're taking Photoshop. But the college is making their license for the Adobe Creative Cloud available for students in these courses for free. So if you click through to the next module, next piece in the module, it's these directions of how to access it. Okay. So my request would be to start using Illustrator, right? So directions might in upcoming assignments might say like Word, it might have directions for Word and Illustrator, but since the college is giving everybody access to the cloud for free, I'd like us all to try to use Illustrator if possible. So just, reach out if you have questions, but those are the directions there. Also regarding the discussion boards, I have a note here, try to use each other's names. A few folks did it, which was good to see. You said, when you were responding to someone, you used their name. If everybody could try to do that, it'd be nice. It does help foster a sense of community, and I would, think we would do that if we were in person in a classroom, live as well. We would be using each other's names. So this week, what are we doing? So again, you're going to try to log on to the Creative Cloud. It's got all of the cloud. The college has access to all of the Creative Cloud software, which there's a lot. We're only using Illustrator and InDesign in here, but as I said, for folks who are in Photoshop, you might be using that. But you could play around if you have the time with other software, and there are tutorials online and stuff like that. So you can have fun with that. Second quiz is due by Sunday this week. Graded discussion here this week. We're I'm asking for an example of the grid. You can find the grid in design, of course, architecture, city planning, board games, calendars, the list goes on and on. So you're going to upload a photo of a grid that you encounter in your daily life, and you know, share that with the class here. We're going to talk about type families, right? So we're continuing our work with typography. A type family essentially is a specific a font and the variations of that font, right? So this is a Garamond. Adobe Garamond is a font. As you can see, it's a serif font. It does have serifs. And so these are the different, you know, look in terms of the, is available in regular or Roman, italic, small caps, bold, semi-bold, semi-bold italic or bold italic, different sets of numerals, right? The numerics, so lining and non-lining. And then we can see here, you know, that you can actually kind of play around and make it look like a type family. So variations, having variations of a font by doing, you know, shrinking, inflating, or slanting. But Ellen Lupton would tell us that those are type crimes, okay? So when we talk about a type family, what we're talking about is a font and the variations of that font, whether it has small caps, italics, bold, etc. Why do you need to know about type families? Because the big assignment this week, you'll be creating a type specimen. So a type specimen, here's an example from a student, not at our college, but at an art and design college. And so a type specimen gives potential buyers, right? If people were going to purchase a font, the type specimen shows them what that font looks like in different sizes, in italics, in bold, etc. So you can get a sense of what the font looks like in these different variations, right? So your type specimen does not have to be quite this fancy. If you want to play around and put some color in the background and some shape and things like that, you can. You can see that this student chose to tell the story of the 12 Dancing Princesses. You could pick a poem, a song lyrics, right? It's totally up to you. Whatever you want to use for your body copy. That's not what I'm looking at. What I'm looking at are you giving me a potential buyer, right? You're trying to showcase a font. What can that font do? What does it look like? So I need to see it in different point sizes. I need to see it bold. If it has small caps, I want to see what it looks like with small caps, etc. So hers is 7 pages. Again, this is a student at a design college. You know, we're not a design college, and this is an intro level class. You're not creating 7 pages. You know, but this is just an example to give you a sense of what a design, or excuse me, what a specimen, a type specimen can look like, right? So what you're giving me is a 2-page, and I say here that, yeah, you could get the body copy from the typography Wikipedia page, but you could just go, like I said, a song, lyric, quote, poetry, whatever. The idea here is that you have at least 90 characters, so you can really showcase the variety of the font that you choose. Okay. And down here I do say if you're using Word or Illustrator, but again, I'd like you to try to use Illustrator moving forward. Email me if that seems to be an issue. And I think that's all we're doing this week. Yeah, okay, great. So, if you have questions, email me. I'm looking forward to seeing your type specimens and looking forward to reading your discussion board posts, seeing what you find as far as grid in the wild. And I hope you're all staying safe and warm and having hot cocoa, and I think maybe my come here, you want to say hi real quick? Sure. You can, I'll officially say bye, so you can turn off the video if you'd like, but someone wanted to say hello to my students. Say hi. Hi. All right. Thanks all, take care, and email me if you had questions, and I'll check in again soon. And now